Welcome back to another easy 1 to 2 skein project. It's a fun little series I'm doing on Wednesdays, and I call it just Whip It Wednesday. These are simple, easy projects, and this week I'm kind of sharing just another scarf. Last week I shared that super fun textured one, and this week I'm sharing this one. It is so beautiful. So if you love fast projects, if you're looking for a way to either bust your yarn stash, make something fast because you gotta have a gift really soon, or you just really love patterns, stay tuned. You're gonna want to learn this one. For this project, we are using the magic circle technique. I'll do a quick recap of that, but I just wrap my yarn twice with my tail in front, my working yarn behind, take my hook, slide it underneath, put my fingers over, wrap, and I know that was kind of fast, but I will link the full slow version of that tutorial below. So we're just going to get started. We've made our magic circle, we've chained 2. I'm assuming you've watched that video now and you're ready to make this super easy scarf. This scarf features what is called an extended single crochet. Now, when you do a traditional single crochet, you just normally go into your stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. The extended single crochet adds 1 extra V in the stitch, and it gives the stitch just a little bit of height. So slightly different, almost borderline, looks like a half double crochet, but not quite, a little bit more closed. And it just kind of switches it up a bit and gives you a chance to learn a new stitch. So the extended single crochet, our chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So we're going to work 7 extended single crochets into our magic circle. So we insert our hook into our circle, yarn over, draw up a loop. Now here's where it's different. You yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So if you look right here at our stitch, we have 2 kind of V's on the front, and we have a lot taller. Whereas if it was a normal single crochet, it would have ended about right there. And this has a little bit of height on it. So that's 1. Do it again, enter into the magic ring, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that 7 times. So that's 2. You will struggle a little bit at first because you'll want to make single crochets, but once you get a few rows in, you get the hang of it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go 5, 6, and 7. Take your tail, pull that nice and tight, and we've got kind of our base to get ready to go. So now we chain 2 and we turn. Now, each of these ending stitches where we chain at the beginning and where we're ending, those are going to be where we increase our triangle. So you're always going to put an extra stitch in the first stitch and an extra stitch in the last stitch. So this chain 2 counts as a stitch, and we're going to go ahead and go into that same space and work an extended single crochet. So we've just added an extra stitch to the ones that we just made. Then we extend single crochet into the next one, extend single crochet into the next one, and here in this 4th chain, we're going to do a combination of extended single crochet, chain 3, extended single crochet. So into the next stitch, you're going to do an extended single crochet, chain 3, and an extended single crochet into that same space. And this will be the point of our triangle. So right there is the point. Then you continue down into the next 3 stitches with an extended single crochet. So that's 1 in each. And then in the last one, remember, you'll put 2 together. Alrighty, so that is row 1. And from here on out, it's pretty much the same thing. And I'm going to show you the next row just so you know. So it's chain 2, turn. Remember, place an extended single crochet into that first space, and then extend single crochet into each stitch until you get up to the chain 3 space. Once you get to the chain 3 space, you do that same repeat, extended single crochet, chain 3, extended single crochet. So go right into the chain 3 space, work an extended, chain 3, go back into that same space, work another extended, and then continue down the row with extended single crochets, making sure that you put 2 into the last stitch, and at this point the 2 is in the top of the chain 2. So you'll go into the top of that chain 2, you'll put 2 there, and from there it's just a repeat of that row. Very, very simple. So just like that, and you keep moving along, and your little circles here should be one right on top of the other, just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the sample that I made, and I'm going to show you how to finish it off with what is called a slip stitch border. We are at the end, and we are ready to finish off our scarf. So we're going to do a chain 1 and turn, and we're going to just slip stitch into each stitch all the way across. And a slip stitch is real simple. Just go into the next stitch. Go ahead and let that chain 1 be your first stitch. So it's a yarn over, pull through, pull through. Go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull through. Next, yarn over, pull through, pull through. And keep doing this all the way across. And what it will do is give a nice finished look to your scarf. Really, really simple and beautiful. And this particular yarn is a Karen marble cake. Now I have looked online at Michael's, I have looked online at Yarnspirations, and the only place I can find this yarn online is through Amazon, and they sell it in packs of 2. So that was probably the easiest and best option, and it also allows for more of my international yarnies to be able to get their hands on this yarn. But if you don't want to go the online route, I do recommend hopping over into your local craft store, say a Michael's or something of the sort, and just check and see if they've got it there. Sometimes too, if you are needing to find a yarn that's perhaps been discontinued, some of the discount stores, like even the Dollar Tree, some Walmart bins will have it. But ultimately, if you don't even want to make it in the Karen cake yarn, all you need is approximately 400 yards of a worsted weight or size 4 yarn. So no matter what, it doesn't take up a lot of yarn. It would take up right at about 2 skeins, 1 skein about if you're using like a Red Heart Super Saver. If you're using one of those bigger, bulky yarn bundles like Pound of Love or something like that, that would be more than enough. I do think it's a slightly thinner yarn, but it would still work. So if we pick this up and look, we can see that our stitches are laying nice and flat, and it's just giving a nice finished edge to this. Now I do want to say you always want to block your triangle scarves. This will ensure that everything looks flawless and is just perfectly sharp, because you are technically creating a right angle. You want everything to just look really nice and sharp, and blocking will ensure that happens, and it will also give some nice stitch definition. Now when you get up to this spot, you're literally just going to grab each one of these loops and slip stitch across and just continue all the way down. And that's really it, my friends. It is so simple, and I made this in about 2.5 hours. It was a really fast project, one to do while I was in bed watching, or rather listening to, some of my favorite YouTube creators. But the color just did all of the design itself. That's one reason why I chose such a colorful skein and picked such a simple stitch, because I wanted the yarn itself to really be on display, and I think that that happened in this pattern. So if you want to purchase the PDF, head below. You can get your hands on that. Be sure that you subscribe to my email list so you don't miss Friday's free PDF blanket pattern. That will be linked down below. You can also check out the scarf that I made last week, and there's going to be more scarves and beanies and other quick, simple 1 to 2 skein projects on our Whip It Wednesday series. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for your feedback and all of your kind comments. I've been enjoying getting to know you and talk to you more. And don't forget, tomorrow is Thursday Thread Review, and I am reviewing this Bernat Casa yarn. And I have a fun blanket pattern that is coming in a couple weeks featuring this yarn. Look at this scrumdiddly-umptiousness. So gorgeous. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.